Here we go. We're the Vinyl Community Guncles. And we are here once again to review an album that one of us suggested. And that album is from the band from Wales called the Darling Buds. They had 3 albums, and this was the middle one called Crawdaddy. I believe this came out in 1990.
That is correct.
Yes, 1990 was the year this was released. Band that was around for a little while. Craig suggested this album. First, I'll introduce us. We are the Vinyl Community Guncles. I'm Robert Fitton, along with Mike from Hubtunes, Richard from Calvin Wazoo, and ladies and gentlemen, the man that calls all his buddies darling, Craig from Craig's Vinyl Plethora.
You've been waiting to say that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Weeks.
Well, I didn't. Not weeks. I didn't know we were doing this weeks ago.
Couple days.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think Richard's first, talking about the Darling Buds, and he'll probably explain how it was from a Shakespeare reference.
No,
let's make it up.
No, that's
so. Yeah, this was. We started listening to this, and I was like, "Yeah, this is sounding pretty good." It's got a definite period sound to it, to me. I mean, it definitely sounds like this is a 90s record, but it, to me, kind of avoided having a dated sound. To me, it sounded good. I enjoyed this record. I really liked it. It's got some sounds to it, a little bit of Belinda Carlisle, a little bit of Blondie going on here. But then I heard these other, I was hearing, oh, wow, this song kind of sounds like Jesus Jones. This song kind of sounds like Ned's Atomic Dustbin. But then I realized these bands were, well, some of them were contemporaries. They came like afterward. There was a song that definitely made me think of Cranberries, but they were definitely, later. So it kind of got me thinking, wow, maybe this band was kind of influential with some of the emerging acts of the early 90s in Britain in particular. I think Andrea Lewis's vocals really make the songs. I mean, I was thinking of, okay, if it was a guy singing these songs, the music is good and all that, but a guy's voice just wouldn't cut it with a lot of these songs. And she really does bring a sense to the music, a personality to the songs, and I really did enjoy. The song Honeysuckle kind of had this Hedwig sound in the part where the drums and the rhythm, with the drums and the rhythm, and the chorus part, just the chorus part of that song, kind of made me think of the Hedwig band. Then It Makes No Difference, to me, that was a really strong opener, kind of noise rock, bit shoegazy, and it kind of, I wrote down Jesus and Mary Chain like. Then I can't remember now. I think, Jesus and Mary Chain, came before them. So I don't know if if there was any kind of cross-pollination that was going on in terms of, musical influence. Tiny Machine was really nice melodic pop song with a nice, strong backbeat, very 90s sound. I mean, the drumming during the chorus to me was like, kind of reminded me of EMF or something like that, but they were later. That was 1991 before they came along. You Won't Make Me Die is the one that had the Cranberry song or Cranberry sound to it, Cranberries sound to it. But again, they were much later. I kind of thought the orchestra in that song was a bit much. I didn't think the song needed that kind of bit thrown into it. Little Piece of Heaven, another really good song. I really enjoyed this. And like I say, it's a definite 90s sound, but not dated. It wasn't like, you know, it had lost any kind of luster to me anyway. I did. I really like this album, and I'm going to give it 4.5 rainbows. It was really
Damn.
strong to me. If it weren't for that orchestra, I might have even gone, you know.
Oh, well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Richard. Now get ready for it to be murdered.
I didn't hate it.
Craig review. I didn't hate it.
Yeah, well, I did that in tribute. I do agree that it's got a, you can tell. I mean, this is a kind of record you put on and you go 1990.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I don't agree that it doesn't sound dated. It sounds very dated, but dated's fine. There's great things that are dated. Sometimes that makes it even more fun because it takes you right back to a particular time. Jesus Jones, it's the, you know, I think there's been another album that we've reviewed that it was like, it's Jesus Jones type of sound. It's that, you know, there was a couple songs on here that you could Cabbage Patch to. It was that type of thing, that type of percussion. It starts off fairly strong. It's It Makes No Difference was pretty cool. It's more of a, got a little bit more of a rock edge than a lot of the Ned's Atomic Dustbin, Jesus Jones, you know, that kind of swirling kind of music landscape that a lot of that this is like. And then Tiny Machine is next, and it's like, oh, here comes the girly, squeaky little cleany girly vocal, and I'm not a fan. And that stuck around for a while, and that's the negative, is the vocal is just so girly. It kind of is a nice contrast to the more rock oriented kind of music, so that it kind of works in that, but I'm just not a fan of that type of vocal. Yeah, when they get to a song like Fall, then like effects start coming in with the which sounds like what is the Faith No More song that does that? And Faith No More would have been later, right? Something off Angel Dust, which would be 90.
Oh, Angel Dust. So that would have been
Is
like
it Midlife
90.
Crisis? It's Midlife Crisis that does that.
Yeah,
right?
that would have been like what, 92 or 3?
Yeah, like 92. So it's like, wow, that was, I didn't expect that. You know, You Won't Make Me Die. Do You Have to Break My Heart? You know, I'm like, oh, okay, there's Craig. There he is. So yeah. You know, like I said, I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It definitely had a nice sound. It's well produced. I'm not a fan of the particular vocal, but that's just my dislike of that vocal. I think it was a nice contract with the music. I think other people will like this more than I do. I will give this 3 rainbows.
Wow. Well, I had never heard of this band. I'd never heard, I mean, nothing. I had no idea who this was. So I was excited to listen to this. It's a power pop record, and there's not much to not like about it. I mean, it's good. It's really good. I like this. But there's also, you know, at the same time, there's really not much to love. Like, there was nothing that got me super excited. But it's good. You know, like, if, you know, in my earlier days of collecting records, when I was just buying anything just to buy, I'd buy this. I'd definitely buy this, you know. The songs I really liked, it turned out to be the 2 singles, apparently. The opener, It Makes No Difference. I really like that song. And then Crystal Clear, I believe, was a single. I like that
and
too.
Tiny Machine. So the first 3 songs were the 3 singles. Yeah, Tiny Machine is like probably my least favorite song, but yeah, the first 3 songs are the 3 singles off the record. So
yeah, you can kind of tell because it's really strong for about 6 songs, and then it kind of just, after, I was kind of over it. But it's a pretty solid record. I'm not going to go through every song. There's 10 songs, 40 minutes. Yeah, there's not much to not like about it. It's just, you know, it's a good record. I would, you know, I would probably pick it up if I saw it laying around. It's probably like $300, right, Greg?
I don't know that it's that expensive, but it would be a miracle if you found it in the US.
Yeah, especially
because I
90, you're not going to find it.
think I have a UK press. I mean, it was not pressed in the US. Yeah, I had to, and I got it from somebody in Germany. So
I mean, I liked it. It's just, but nothing really grabbed me, So I would give it 3.5 rainbows. It's a solid record. It's very 90s, but like
it is very 90s.
Very
but that was also
1990.
yeah, no, but that was kind of about.
You could pinpoint this sound to like a 2-year span.
I mean, I think like the 90s, like that really is like where I think obviously like 87 to about 94 is where I really got my influences and what I really loved in music. And yeah, the first part of the 90s were a really big deal for me. And there's a lot of music that I love, and especially in those first 3 or 4 years. So yeah, Andrea Lewis, I will mention she was 23 when this record came out. So she was kind of a little girl. But she was young. So she would have been like, I think 20 when their debut came out. So they were together from 86 to 93. There was a small little reunion in 2010. It was basically Andrea and a whole new band. And then from 2013 to present, it's Andrea and 2 of the guys and 1 new member, I think. But they've only released an EP I think that was in 17. It's like 5 songs. I did find that it is actually on vinyl, of course, not in the US. So I haven't heard anything off of it though. So, but because I can't find anywhere that you can actually stream it. So I may have to actually try to get the vinyl and see if I can hear this. Their following album, Erotica, which also I know we've mentioned this before, that they have an album called Erotica. It came out the same year as Madonna's Erotica. It was released a week or 2 before, I believe, Madonna's. Both came out in 92. That one has even heavier guitars on it. That one is a little more rocking, this one. But this is the album that introduced me to the band. This is the album I played over and over and over and over again throughout 1990 and probably 91. And how I heard of this band was Thank You Columbia House. And I was looking through stuff and I said, oh, the Darling Buds, that sounds interesting. And I ordered the CD. And that's how I became introduced. So, like I said, the first 3 songs are the singles. I believe Crystal Clear was played on videos for that, was played on MTV, like probably 120 minutes. I'm not sure.
I remember seeing that name and then seeing Crawdaddy. I don't remember the song. Yeah. I distinctly remember seeing Crawdaddy as the album.
As the album title, yeah. So I think It Makes No Difference is a great opener. I love how it kind of just starts and then you just have it, and all of a sudden the comes in, and then the guitars and the guitars just make it really well. I love Andrea's voice. I think her voice fits this music perfectly. Her and the band her vocals and the band kind of balance out at each other, and it just makes it very nice. Of course, Do You Have to Break My Heart? Of course, I love that song because, yes, it's a sad, sappy, whatever. I Love You Won't Make Me Die. That song took on a different life to me when I was, so I would have been, a sophomore when this album came out. So when I got this, so, I see people in the distance and they don't know of my existence. It was kind of what I felt about myself and about life. Is just like I was just kind of floating through. I was living in this horrible town where, I had very few friends. The ones that I had were great, but it's just like I always felt like I wasn't good enough, and I wasn't like, and that line just always like, they don't know I even exist. Like I'm just nothing. But then that line, kind of punch back. It's good to know you have nothing. It's good to know you're alone. Like it kind of was my okay, well, I'm, you don't know I exist, but you also have nothing. Like you're just as nothing as I am. So that's why that song kind of always resonated with me. Well, of course, because that's just what I do. Fall, A Little Bit of Heaven is probably my favorite song on the album. And probably for the line, please stay around. You make me so nervous and wet. That's like my favorite line of that song. I love that song so much. Honeysuckle is good. Oh, it feels like snow. And of course, you got love a song that has na 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 nanas in it. So Close is another one that, of course, it's sappy. So of course, I love it. Tell Me Something, Anything Would Be Fine. And then the end of the beginning is just a great closer. So I think it's kind of just caressed nicely in between the opening and closing song. So I wish they would have done more. It would have been nice to see, because Erotica was kind of a big difference from Crawdaddy. And Pop Said, their debut, it's a total pop album. I don't listen to that one very often. It's my least favorite of the three. But yeah, Erotica definitely getting a little more rockier and a little more like it, and like they're going through with the 90s there. So I mean, no shocker to y'all because of just what this album represents to me and what a big deal it was for me in that time. I'm giving it 5 rainbows, of course, but I mean, I can't give it anything other than that. And I also just want to, like, Darling Buds is an unknown band. A lot of people really don't know of them. So it's not like millions of people watch our channel or whatever, but it's just like, if I can get somebody kind of maybe a little interested in them and maybe check them out, that would make me excited. So
that's why we do this.
Yeah.
All right, and we did it. Do we know how many rainbows that is total?
I'm counting.
Don't interrupt the math.
He's mathing.
I'm mathing here. I think this is what it is.
Using his fingers.
Yep.
16.
16. So
Exciting.
yeah, one last look at the cover there. They're so great.
All right, that was the Darling Buds and Crawdaddy. And what are we going to listen to next? Mike knows.
Mike, what are we listening to
Something
now?
completely different. I'm
Okay.
going with... I thought I would do something actually that might get some views. Because I've been... It's a classic record, and that is Little Feat's Dixie Chicken. Their 3rd record, I believe.
At the Commodore Hotel.
There you go.
I got
Little
drunk and
Feat's Dixie
karaoke
Chicken.
that song one time. That was not pleasant.
What year was that?
73?
That he did karaoke and got drunk?
Yeah.
No, the year the album came out. Now let's not be silly.
I think it was 73.
73. Yeah.
That's a really good year.
Great year.
Is
that the one with Walking All Night?
Yeah. I've been listening to a lot of Little Feat. No, Walking All Night is on. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Little Feat lately.
I have never heard them in my entire life.
Oh, Craig.
You're about.
Don't know Craig. I mean, I know of this Dixie Chicken album. I've heard that title a lot of times.
I've been
all
listening
right,
to
Little Feat Dixie Chicken. That will be the next one we review right here on this very channel, the Vinyl Community Guncles. We're also going to review the tops and bottoms for the year 1980 coming up. And who knows what'll happen after that? You'll just have to keep tuning in and finding out. Or actually, you're not tuning in. You're basically clicking and watching. Do people on YouTube videos still say tuning in?
Maybe, because sometimes you do tune in.
You could say same time, same channel, because these are literally called channels. Anyway, we are the Vinyl Community Guncles. My name is Robert Fithen, here with
Richard at Kelvin Wazoo.
Craig's Vinyl Plethora.
Mike at Hubtones.
Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully we will talk to you again soon.
Tune in.